Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is good in the hood YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are here for week 2 of Nstl, and we are taking on Zydro and the Treasure Town Tricos? Torchics? No, Torchics. I believe that's the name. I'm trying to look at it on the doc, but his page is actually not up to date at all, so I forget his name. But I think that's his name. So sorry if I butchered that. But we are here week 2, and if you guys did not check out week 1, make sure you go in the description and go into the playlist. Week 1 should be in there, and I'll let you check that out. But in 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna tell you what did happen. We did lose week 1, which kind of sucks because, you know, starting off the season with a loss is always a bad thing. Obviously, you don't want to start off, but I did learn a lot from it, so I actually found a lot of positives from it that I was trying to put in this week to make sure that it didn't happen again. So we're gonna go into like a small little team builder of the team, so you guys do want to, if you do want to check it out, make sure, you know, you check it out. You check out the team builder. Check out the team builder just to see what my team is made of. But if you don't want to check it out, I'll probably put a timestamp, or in the description I'll put where the battle actually starts. So if you don't want to watch it, then go ahead and go to the battle. It's up to you guys. But we're gonna go into this team builder real quick. So let's go into it. So we got first a Scolipede. Actually, let me read out his team. Let me read out his full team. So he has the chance of bringing Celebi, a Azumarill with a Z move, Gliscor, Sylveon, Infernape, Rotom-wash, Mega Sableye, Porygon Z with a Z move, Ambipom, and Mawile. So he has 3 fairies, which is pretty crazy. Azumarill is always a huge threat. Infernape, amazing mon, especially against my teammates, and it's decently good. It brings the momentum for his team that could be bad against me. And his, what else? Porygon Z can just break my team, so that thing is extremely scary. But that's about it. That's like the biggest threats I thought he would possibly have. I expect him to bring the Azu for sure, Gliscor, Sylveon, and Rotom-wash. I definitely think is gonna bring Porygon, and then it could be a toss-up. I don't know if I already said Infernape, but it could be Celebi. I don't think he'll bring Mega Sableye because that's just set up for Torchics. And yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. It's between, I don't know if I said Infernape already, but I'll say between Sylveon and Celebi if I didn't say Sylveon already. But that's his team, so let's go into my team builder real quick. So we're starting off with Gun the Scolipede. Of course, Speed Boost, Expert Belt. Expert Belt here is pretty good. It has the coverage to hit everything on his team, Aqua Tail and Poison Jab, and Scolipede alone can actually just win this game for me with Expert Belt and just hitting. If I hit my Aqua Tails against Gliscor, that'll be amazing. And Poison Jab just hits the rest of his team. So Scolipede's a really good mon here. I didn't want to bring a setup Scolipede because I kind of want to use Scolipede to break a little bit, just break his team or possibly win at the end with Expert Belt and not really setting up anything like that. So I felt like I wasn't gonna have the best time setting up because Azu could just click liquidation, Gliscor could have a flying move, Celebi hits me with a psychic move, Sylveon could stay, you know, like even though I do force switches, I still think it was better just having Expert Belt on Scolipede and still have the possibility of speed passing. Not the #1 thing in like this. Last week I was just relying on speed passing way too much. This week I was like, let me have it there in case it can win me the game. But I wasn't heavily relying on it. So that is Scolipede. Again, can just hit his team pretty well. I have enough speed to outspeed. Who's his fastest mon? Infernape. It should be Infernape. Or yeah, because Ambipom I think is too fast and I couldn't outspeed Ambipom. Not that I really thought he would bring it, but I couldn't outspeed it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we have enough speed for Infernape. Next we're going into Haxalot the Torchics. So we have some speed. I forget, I think this is to be, this speed is to outspeed, what is it to outspeed? It might be some type of base 100 investment, maybe a Gliscor, anything like that. But I think it might be like Celebi that has no speed or has a little bit of speed. I believe it's something like that because he does have that base 100 right there that we could outspeed. So I have this Torchics right here. We have not max HP, almost max HP. And then we have 100 special attack. So this set is pretty much here to set up. If he does bring Sableye, then it's easy setup. We have Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Roost, Nasty Plot. So we can roost up, we can set up. We have a Wokomberry, so we can eat a hit from Rotom-Mo. And then if we're, depending on how much health we're at, I mean how many times we set up with Nasty Plot, we can hit him with an Air Slash, hit the Rotom-Mo with an Air Slash and do a lot of damage to it. Overall, Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam just does good work to his team. Sylveon's not gonna want to take it, Gliscor's not gonna want to take it, Azu, Celebi, Fernape, Rotom-Mo, Mega Sableye, Porygon, none of them want to take it. So this thing's actually really good, and if I can get a good pass and speed to it, which is possible because this thing can easily set up on Gliscor, so if I can get a good pass and speed into my Togekiss, that will help. But it doesn't really need the speed 110%. Again, we have the Wokomberry to live a hit from Rotom-Mo. So that's pretty important there. So Togekiss, huge factor in the team. Next, we're gonna go into Animoy, the Mega Latios, this Mon, beautiful Mon. So we have enough speed again. I believe it's the same speed as Togekiss. No, it's not the same speed as Togekiss. I'm not sure exactly what speed I'm running. I think I'm running enough speed to outspeed a full speed Celebi. I think that's what it is. I think I wanted to beat the base 100s at max speed. I'm pretty sure that's what I did with it. And then we have full modest special attack, and the rest I just put in HP so I can live a few hits. Because again, Mega Latios is super bulky. You don't need to invest in its defenses because it's just gonna eat up hits, and it's a really good wall breaker. So this week I am bringing Psyshock, Calm Mind, Roost, Dragon Pulse, pretty much what I brought last week, but this time a lot more offensive. Last week it was more defensive, and this thing can just do damage to his team if he doesn't do the right play. Psyshock can actually do a lot of damage to Sylveon. If I already have Calm Minds up, Sylveon can't even beat me. So that's pretty great. And we have Psyshock, so we hit Sylveon on the defensive side, not the special side, just in case Sylveon itself has a Calm Mindset, which I kind of expect Sylveon to have like specs or something like that. That's what I think it'll have. So this is Latios, pretty standard, just offensive setup on whatever I can. I can set up on Celebi, I can set up on Gliscor, I can set up on Porygon, things like that. And I can actually set up on Mega Sableye too, so that's pretty cool, unless it has Snarl or something like that. But again, Sableye I don't think is gonna come because Togekiss would just eat his team if he does bring it. Next, I didn't bring Blueberry the Miltank. Leftovers, Stealth Rock, Heal Belt, Body Slam, Milk Drink. So I think this is just here more to have a nice defensive wall. We can take on things like Celebi, we can take on Gliscor, we can take on some hits from Rotom-Mo depending on what it is. We could take on Ambipom, so it's pretty good. Miltank's just here standard, put up rocks, Heal Bell in case he Toxics my Togekiss or my Mega Latios is a good way to get rid of that status. Also, you know, Toxicking the Miltank itself, and then the other monster you're gonna see me bring. And we're just fully defensive again, here to take on the physical threats. That's really about it. Body Slam, you know, maybe get some paras somewhere in there, and then Milk Drink to stay a little healthy. Leftovers, you know the deals with Miltank. Next we have Cherry, the rotom-wash. This time we are bringing a more defensive one. This one's gonna help take on Azumarill. It's gonna help take on Infernape, and Ambipom. It also takes on Ambipom pretty well. So for this we have to watch out with Celebi, we have to watch out with Rotom-Mo because they're both big threats against this Rotom. But it's still a good mon. We have Defog, Pain Split, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, really good to hit his whole team pretty much. And Defog to get rid of rocks, so Togekiss and Scolipede can stay pretty healthy. And then Pain Split just to get some health back whenever I can, because I don't know, Pain Split's a pretty cool move on Rotom. I really do like it. I think it works pretty well. So that is Rotom, standard, nothing too crazy. Last week we had offensive, this week is defensive. So next we are bringing Cuties for the first week. Cuties the Shaman. I believe this is the first week we were bringing Togekiss also, I think. But Shaman for sure, this is debut for Shaman in the Nstl. We have Leftovers, this one's specially defensive, here to eat up hits from Rotom-Mo. It can eat up certain hits from Azumarill. And then we have Sea Flare to just try to bop his team as much as we can. Not much really wants to switch into it, especially if I get a Spadef drop. Leech Seed to just be annoying. Air Slash for Celebi, for Infernape. And I think that's about it. And then Healing Wish, just in case I see an opportunity to Healing Wish either a status low health Togekiss, status low health Latios, or pretty much anything that I think can help me win the game. Healing Wish is kind of just like a filler in there. It wasn't that crazy important. But yeah, we are about 10 minutes into this, so now let's get into the battle, guys. Sorry for dragging this one on. So I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright, so here we are with the battle, and you do see he brings Azumarill, Gliscor, Sylveon, Rotom-wash, Porygon, and Infernape. Pretty much what I thought he was gonna bring. Definitely knew he was gonna bring the Ape, the Azu, Rotom-wash, and Porygon for sure. So it was a toss-up between Sylveon and Celebi. And Gliscor I thought was a pretty good bring, because if he didn't bring it, then he had completely no switch-ins to Scolipede. So it was pretty obvious reading what he was gonna do. And we are, like I said, the team was already explained. If you guys do want to check that in, you know, it was a good 10 minutes where I talked about the team. If you guys do want to check that out, I'll go over the team super quick. Expert Belt, Scolipede. We have a setup Nasty Plot, Wakandberry, Togekiss. We have Carmine, Mega Latios. We have defensive, physically defensive, a Miltank. We got another physically defensive Mon in Rotom-wash. And then we have a Healing Wish, especially defensive Shaman. So that's pretty much the team. So looking at his team, I was trying to decide what am I going to start off with. I believe I ended up starting off with Shaman, I do believe. It was a toss-up between Shaman and Rotom. And I thought his toss-up was between Rotom and Infernape. So it was a 50-50, but I do believe I decided to start off with Shaman. So he got the read on me, which is pretty good. Now I have to switch out, but I can just easily switch out into my Rotom-wash, and he's actually going to go for the Fire Punch. It doesn't do much, but he does get the burn. Doesn't really matter, because now he can't Toxic me, which is pretty cool. But I am pretty much losing leftovers, which sucks, but it's all good. And here I do believe I go for the Volt Switch. Just trying to see what he's going to go into. And he goes into the Rotom-wash. Now I'm going to go into my Mega Latios on his Rotom-wash, as he is going to go for, I believe, the Light Screen, as I get some huge damage. Ooh, some nice damage with the Side Shock. I just wanted to test out to see what he was going to bring in. I thought he was either going to bring Azumarill or Sylveon, so I thought Side Shock was just a better play, because Rotom's going to take a huge chunk from it. Azu's going to take a huge chunk from it. So is Sylveon, so everything was just not really a great switch into my Latios. If I went for Carmine, it possibly would have been better, but we got some damage on Rotom. But he does go for the Light Screen, and here I do believe I go for the Carmine, just to try to see what he's going to go for, and see what he wants to do. And we do see Toxic Orb here, so I am +1, but he has a Light Screen up, so it's not really that great. And here I do believe I go for another Carmine, just to see what Gliscor wants to go for. I had a feeling he was going to go for Toxic, but he actually has Fling. That's pretty cool. It does nothing at all, but he does Toxic me, which sucks. But I'm gonna go for another Carmine, see what else he wants to do, and he goes for the Acrobatic. So that's a pretty cool set. I really do like that set. That Fling Acrobatic set is pretty awesome, especially against my Latios. It's a pretty good set against my Latios, but I do think Toxic, to be honest, would have been better, just because now if I get a Heal Bell up with my Miltank, that Toxic on my Latios is gone. And he can't Toxic my Togekiss, which is great. That's great news, because Togekiss can set up on Gliscor all day. And he can't Toxic my Shaman, it doesn't matter much, but he can't Toxic my Miltank or Rotom either. So it's a cool set, but I think just Toxic alone would have worked better. Unless he does have it, I don't know. But here I decided to save my Latios, because I didn't want it to die, because I still had a good chance to do a lot to his team. So I'm going to my Rotom here, and here I do click a Volt Switch, thinking he's not gonna stay in, and he actually stays in, which is fine. Again, I have Pain Split, so I can take as many hits as I want and then end up Pain Splitting my health back. And here I know he's not gonna stay in. He's gonna think I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump, so I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch, hit the Sylveon, and I do believe I go into my Scolipede. So Golden Scolipede comes in again. We have Poison Jab, and we have Aqua Tail. And here I do believe I just go for the Protect to scout to see what he was going to do. And also to get the speed boost, because I knew if he switched into Gliscor, I'll be able to Protect again and then have ×2 speed, which is pretty great. That Acrobatics will destroy me, so that's another good reason Acrobatics was a good set, because it will destroy my Scolipede. But here, I'm just looking. He's going to go for Acrobatics again. I can Baton Pass into my Togekiss, +2 speed, set up a nasty plot, and just go off on his team. I can kill almost anything. If I get flinches, I can just flinch away his team. And to be honest, here I think I could have either won the game or just chipped his team away enough for Scolipede and Mega Latias to win the game. But like an idiot, I actually click on Togekiss instead of clicking Baton Pass. So I was pretty mad about that. I kind of choked that away because I could have choked a good win, a good possibility there. And I was pretty sad about that, because I was like, oh man, why didn't I click Baton Pass? I'm an idiot. But it's all good now. We can just go into a Togekiss. Like I said, we're not 100% dependent on the speed. So I'm just gonna go for Roost here, just to see what else he wants to do, because that did some good damage. And we're gonna go for Air Slash, do some good damage on his Sylveon, and get a nice flinch. Here we don't get the flinch, but you guys are gonna see that he gets a crit. So I was like, okay, that's not good, because now my my Togekiss at low health, and I still do need this thing because it's still pretty good in his team. It can set up against that Gliscor. It can take some decent hits from the Porygon, could take hits from Fernape, and can just flinch away his Sylveon. So I'm gonna go for Roost here, because I know unless it's another crit, he is not gonna kill our Togekiss. And I'm go for Roost. We should be in range here, and he does get another crit. So I don't get the flinch, which, to be honest, not getting a flinch is more hacks against me, because I believe it's 60%, so that's in my favor. So me not getting the second flinch was actually more hacks against me. But then he gets the crit and another crit in a row, so I was pretty annoyed by that. At that point, I was just like, I could lose here, because Togekiss was really important. Because it can just, like you saw, if I Baton Pass my speed, it could have just chipped away at his team like crazy. But whatever, it's Pokemon. Two crits in a row is pretty crazy, but I was pretty salty about that at the moment. But I had to try to think of a way of how to win this, because I lost one of my main win conditions. But here I go into my Scolipede, and even though his Sylveon's almost dead, I'm gonna click Aqua Tail, because first of all, I kill Sylveon, and I think he's gonna save it for Death Fodder and go into his Gliscor. So that's exactly what I do. I make the prediction. This should do a good amount of damage, but I miss. So again, I was really annoyed by this, because I made a great play to chip away at his Gliscor and I missed. That would have either caused him to go for Acrobatics or caused him to Roost, and I couldn't get a free switch into anything I want. And it sucks, because that's 3 turns in a row where I didn't get to do much because of hacks. So I don't know, that was annoying, and I just thought I was pretty much gonna lose this game. My head kind of tilted a little bit, but I was like, I gotta try to see what I can do. I gotta do something here. So I'm gonna go for Protect. He's obviously gonna go for Acrobatics, because it's a no drawback play. And here I am gonna Baton Pass my speed. This time I remembered. I'm gonna Baton Pass my speed into my Rotom. Nice little Rotom here. Gonna eat that up easily. And I do believe I think I go for the Volt Switch here. Not thinking he's gonna stay in. Oh no, I just go for the Hydro. Okay, cool. So Rotom picks up a kill, kills the Sylveon. Luckily we hit it, but if we didn't hit it, I would have just Volt Switch out and killed the Sylveon anyways. But luckily we do hit it. And now he goes into this thing that's just gonna wreck my team. So I'm gonna Volt Switch out here, and I'm gonna sack off my Miltank, because Miltank doesn't do much. It just dies to Infernape, and I need everything else. I can't sack anything else. I really need my Shaman, I need my Scully, and I need my Mega Latias, because I have one plan right now, and that is to go into my Shaman, click Healing Wish, go into Mega Latias, start setting up, and hope he just chokes. Because Mega Latias can at least break his team enough for Scolipede to be able to finish everything off. So as long as his 8th isn't scarfed, of course. So I go for the Healing Wish. Shaman being a little suicidal here and killing itself, but this Tri-Attack does 55%, but after a Calm Mind, it's not gonna be enough to kill me, so I can just roost. As long as I don't get crit, as long as I don't get parried, as long as I don't get frozen, I should be good here. And he should switch to Azumarill. 110% should be switching to Azumarill. I don't know why he's staying in. He's just letting my Latias get healthy and getting Calm Minds up, and that just makes no sense. But I'm taking on the choke because, again, I got hacks like crazy. 3 turns in a row. So I need him to choke, and I'm gonna take advantage of any choke that he does. So as you see here, I'm almost at full health, so I can just click another Calm Mind. He is now gonna switch for some reason into his Rotom. Now I'm +2/+2, and I'm gonna destroy this Rotom right here. So Latia's gonna be able to pick up a kill, and it's actually in my favor for me to kill his Azu depending on his investment. If he's fully defensive, full HP, then I think it's in his favor to live. But if he's only full HP, then my Latias actually has a big chance to OHKO his Azu, which is what I expect him to go into. But no, he's gonna go into the Infernape. So I don't get this because he goes for close calm. I really don't get why he went into Infernape here, because now I thought he was gonna go for U-turn, so I just click Roost. I thought he just was gonna try to get some chip damage, but he doesn't, and now he goes into Azu. As you see here, I go for the Calm Mind, and now I'm +3. And if you look at his team, guys, +3 kills everything. So you guys are just gonna see a good little. I'm gonna make it faster. You're gonna see me click Side Shock and just beat his whole team because he choked it away. So he choked away the game pretty much. And we actually see that his Infernape was saturated. It's pretty good because I could have beat my my Scolipede. But we do see him choke the game away. Mega Latias is broken, and you do not want to let that thing set up in front of your face, especially when you have an Azu that can not easily, but it can go in and scare my Latias out. So I was kind of confused as to why he did that. But like I said, I was gonna take any advantage of a choke because I got hacks 3 turns in a row, and I was pretty annoyed. But we do get the win. Mega Latias picking up 5 kills. We win 3-0, and now we are 1-1. I'm sorry if this was a little bit long, guys. I did want to go over the team just so you guys know what team I was bringing, and I felt like I was rushing a lot of other videos, so I kind of wanted to be a little bit more in depth of my plays and things here, and what mattered, what didn't matter. But I was really annoyed by that hacks, but I tilted a little bit, but then I kept my head in the game, and I was alright, let's just keep going, and we do come out with the win, so that's great. Next week we are taking on who are we taking on? I forget who we're taking on, to be honest. Let me look up. Accrington Stanley. I don't know why I cannot say that. But that's what we're taking on next week. She has a very scary team. And I am scared of this team for sure. But that's what we're taking on next week, and hopefully we do pick up a win. I do have a transaction that I do want to do, which I'll do next week because we have to wait till next week, and then I'll probably talk about that. But that was the team, that was the game. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you guys do leave a like, subscribe. I think I put up 2 videos today. I know this one's really long, so sorry for that, but I just wanted to put both of them up today. But again, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you do care enough to watch my videos, make sure you do hit that little notification bell next to the subscription. That'd be cool, just so you make sure you get my videos and things like that. But thank you guys for watching, and like always, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys